Hi guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing the lowest rated books on my TBR. So a couple of weeks ago now I did the highest rated books on my TBR, which I'll link for you if you haven't seen that yet. So today I thought I would do the lowest rating. So just like before, I'm only going to do books that I physically own that are on my TBR, and what I've done is I've sorted my Goodreads TBR by the average rating and then put it towards the bottom at the lowest. So I have 10 books to talk to you about today. Let's jump into the first book. 10th on the list is A Short History of Tractors in Ukrainian, and this is by Marina Luitka, I don't know how you pronounce that, and this has an average rating of 3.38 and it's been rated 22,938 times. I don't really have any idea what this is about. I won this in a mirror competition and it's sat on my shelf ever since I won it maybe about 3 years ago, so it's interesting to see it at the bottom of the pile. It's obviously not that well regarded, although lots of people were talking about it. I remember when it came out in the early 2000s, I think, so yeah, an interesting one. Number 9 on the list is Hitman Anders and the Meaning of It All by Jonas Jonasson, and this has an average rating of 3.34 and it's been rated 9,108 times. This is the third book that he brought out, all with very similar covers. The first one I've read, which is called The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared, or something like that, and I quite enjoyed it, but I've just never really been tempted to pick up the other two. So again, don't really know what this is about. I think it's translated, you know, there we go. Number 8 is an interesting one, and that is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee, and this has an average rating of 3.31 and it's been rated 186,195 times. This is the prequel to Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, and I'm so scared to read this because I've heard so many negative things about it. So it's sat on my shelf just because I don't want the original story to be ruined for me, so it's interesting that it's made its way onto this list. Number 6 is another interesting one, and that is J.K. Rowling's The Casual Vacancy. This has an average rating of 3.29 and it's been rated 270,654 times. So this is her kind of like small village mystery kind of thing. It's the book that she first brought out when she'd finished all of the Harry Potter series. So I can't believe it's so lowly rated, basically. I've heard very mixed things about it, so we'll see. Okay, so I think this is number 6 on the list. I can't remember what I said the number was for that last one. But this is Paris by the Book, and this is by Liam Callanan, and this is a book that I was sent for review from the publisher. And I think this is probably on here because it's just recently published, not very well known. So this has got an average rating of 3.27 and it's been rated 817 times. So it was only published, I think, at the beginning of June. What's June? June. So hence probably why it's got such a low, maybe it's why it's made this list, basically. And this, I believe, is about a husband and wife, and the husband goes missing and the wife is trying to look for him, and I think they run a bookshop in Paris. I was quite excited about it when I was first sent it, so yeah, just a bit of a shame to see it on this list. Number 5 on the list is Shopaholic to the Stars by Sophie Kinsella. Why can't I speak today? Kinsella. And this is book number 7 in the Shopaholic series. So I've only read book 1, so obviously it's going to be a while until I get to this one. This has an average rating of 3.27 also, and it's been rated 21,233 times. So yeah, a bit of a shame to see this one on the list. I don't know whether this is the last one, or whether, yeah, I don't really know, or whether there are a couple more after this, but yeah. This was a bit of a disappointment as well. So number 4 is See What I Have Done, and this is by Sarah Schmidt, and this has an average rating of 3.25 and it's been rated 8,551 times. Now this was longlisted for the Women's Prize this year, and I think it's a retelling of the Lizzie Borden sort of nursery rhyme. So it's a thriller. It's an absolutely stunning book. I was really excited about it when I bought it. Obviously haven't got around to reading it yet, but yes, it's a bit disappointing to see it on the list. Number 3 is also a bit of a disappointment, and that is The Lifeboat, and this is by Charlotte Rogan. This has an average rating of 3.20 and it's been rated 21,704 times. And this is about, I believe, about a ship that goes down in the middle of the, what is it, the Pacific maybe, or no, I think it's the Atlantic. So it's a ship that's bound for New York City, but it's not the Titanic. And then it's about these people that survive the ship going down. They're on this lifeboat, and all of the people on this lifeboat are from different walks of life, different classes, and it's about how they survive but also how they get on together on this lifeboat. I think the premise sounds really good, and I remember Vicky from chapter 32 saying that she really enjoyed this, so I won't let its place on this list put me off. Number 2 on the list is Dolly by Susan Hill, and this is like a nice little hardcover edition. I picked up of it in Waterstones quite a few years ago now, and this has an average rating of 3.20 and it's been rated 2,450 times. It says it's a ghost story. I don't really know anything more about it than that. It's so short. It's 153 pages. So, and I always think every time Halloween or October comes around, I must get around to reading it. It's a bit of a shame that it's so high up on this list. And then the lowest rated book on my TBR is Frog Music by Emma Donoghue, and this has an average rating of 3.14 and it's been rated 20,393 times. And I picked this up from a charity shop a few months ago now. Just kind of interested in reading more stuff by Emma Donoghue. I love Room, and I read The Wonder and I quite like that as well. This one is set in San Francisco in 1876. It's about some friends and 3 former stars of the Parisian circus. One of them ends up dead. I don't know, so yeah, there's that. So there we go guys, they were 10 of the lowest rated books on my TBR. I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below. If you do this to your Goodreads TBR, so if you just go to your want to read pile and then sort it by average rating and then reverse it, what's the lowest book on there of yours? Also convince me to read some of these books now that they've come out lowest. It's a bit of a shame, but there we go. I probably won't be put off reading them. Yeah, and that's it guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.